But that's not the debate today. Hello again, everybody. Eric and Mom back at it once again. We are continuing Eminem's List from Till I Collapse. We have knocked off Redman, Jay-Z, Biggie, and Tupac. And now we have a first-time artist here on the channel, or artists. Next, we are up to Andre from Outkast, so we've got an Outkast song. And Mom was just telling me how she's a little bit familiar with Miss Jackson. That is not our song today. Today we're going to be checking out the song. Everybody pronounces it differently, so it's ATLiens or ATLiens. And this is the second single off the album of the same name, and this is from 1996. So Outkast, it's a two-man group, Andre 3000, and Big Boy is the other one. And you definitely know some of their other songs, like Hey Ya. You definitely know that one. Oh, you think you've got it, just don't get it. Oh, it's not. That's, honestly, that might be the worst Outkast song I've ever heard. But, and then they also have the other one, it's like, I like the way you move.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you definitely know that one. Those ones are from after this.
So those are good dance ones. I like that.
Yeah, that was actually their last album that they did together. But this is earlier on in their career. Like I said, this is from 1996. And the ATL comes in there because they are from Atlanta. They're really like pioneers of the Southern...
So the ATLiens.
Right, so it's a mix between ATL and aliens. So it could be ATLiens, ATLiens. I've heard people pronounce it.
I think it's ATLiens.
I think so too, but I've heard it both ways. But that's not the debate today. Hooked on phonics, people. Hooked on headlocks and phonics. But yeah, they're from Atlanta, and they were really like kind of at the forefront of the Southern rap movement. So really a lot of the Southern rappers that would come out later when there was like the big Dirty South boom in the like early to mid 2000s, they would look at these guys as like legends, and they really are legends in hip hop. But yeah, this is going to be Mom's first time hearing this one. I'm familiar with it as I am with all the other songs, but let's get into it. It's Outkast, ATLiens. This is gonna be beat like you've never heard before.
Fast?
Yeah, East Point, smokes a dank. Call it Paul in the eye. The hater.
Isn't that weird?
Old National got the skanks. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Check it. Well, it's the M.I. cricket letter. Ain't no one better. And when I'm on the microphone, you best to wear your sweater, cause I'm cooler than the polar bear's toenails. Oh, hell, there he go again. Talking that shit. Bend corners like I was a curve. I struck a nerve. And now you about to see the Southern player serve. I heard it's not where you from, but where you pay rent. Then I heard it's not what you make, but how much you spend. You got me bent like elbows, amongst other things, but I'm not worried. Cause when we set up in the party, like I'm out, you scurry. So go get your fucking shine box and your sack of nickels. It tickles to see you try to be like Mr. Pickles. Daddy Fat Sacks, B-I-G-B-O-I is that same motherfucker that took them knuckles to your eye. And I try to warn you not to test, but you don't listen. Giving a shout out to my Uncle Donnell, locked up in prison.
Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah.
All right, so that was Big Boy. That was not the guy on Eminem's List. He'll have verse 2, but what do you think of this one so far?
I like it.
Like I said, this is very different than anything we've ever heard. Are you kind of hearing, like, where they get the alien thing from? That, like, almost sounds like something you would hear in, like, a spaceship, or it just sounds like outer spacey, like Guardians of the Galaxy-ish. But what do you think of his, like, rapping style? Are you seeing how that's kind of different to anybody we've heard before?
Yeah.
So he's doing, like, a part of a line, and then he, like, stops, and then he'll, like, pick up the rest of the line in the next bar. It's a very, very different kind of rhyming scheme, especially from Big Boy. Andre 3000 does a little bit of that in this song. But, yeah, very, very interesting. I love the beat to this one. This is definitely one of my favorite Outkast songs.
Now,
My oral illustration be like clitoral stimulation to the female gender. Ain't nothing better, let me know when it's wet enough to enter. If not, I wait because the future of the world depends on if or if not the child we raise gon' have that nigga syndrome. Or will it know to beat the odds regardless of its skin tone? Or will it feel that if in tune it just might get picked on? Or will it give a fuck about what others say and get gone? The alienators cause we different, keep your hand to the sky. Like sounds of blackness when I practice what I preach and don't lie. I be the baker and the maker of the piece of my pie. Now break a tenfold, can I get some reply? Now everybody say,
throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah.
All right, what did you think about Andre 3000 there? This might not be the best example of his rhyming. I feel like Big Boy's verse was better, honestly. I don't know. Let me know what you think out there.
I wasn't listening to it as, comparing the guys. I just think it's cute. But
Cute.
I didn't like the naughty stuff, of course.
Right, yeah, he did kind of start off with a bit of a naughty one, although you could look at that at the same time and be like, that's pretty creative too, because he's using some big words in there, like my oral illustration be like clitoral stimulation, and then he does that same thing where he stops it to the female gender and then he picks up the sentence in like the next bar.
Right.
But I don't know, like I said, this might be a bad example of Andre 3000's rapping. He is very good, but I feel like Big Boy's verse was better. But again, if you disagree, let me know out there.
Every day I sit while my nigga be in school, thinking about the second album at the dungeon, shooting pool like ES to the PN, cause we just to the B in the zone. Honey, I'm home, but I'm not married, carried a lot of problems around, being frustrated. And now I'm sitting at the end of the month, I just made it like you made the B team. And like your daddy's wife, you making it off. You heard the ATLiens, so back the hell up off.
softly as if I played piano in the dark. Found a way to channel my anger, not to involve. The world's a stage and everybody got to play their part. God works in mysterious ways, so when he starts the job of speaking through us, we be so sincere with this here. No drugs or alcohol, so I can get the signal clear as day. Put my Glock away, I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war, okay?
Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah.
I was doing old school. Remember to subscribe to us. Alright, so like we just said, the debate has been, is it ATLiens or is it ATLiens? Big Boy said it in there, ATLiens, so that probably is how it's said since they made the song. But that's neither here nor there. What did you think of ATLiens by Outkast?
I thought it was cute. I liked it.
The streak continues. We're like The Undertaker, WrestleMania, except he ended up losing, so hopefully we don't end up losing and retiring. Although I'd love to go to the Hall of Fame. YouTube Hall of Fame, hook me up if there is such a thing. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Outkast songs of all time. They make a lot of like fun rap. They definitely do some kind of like serious songs, and they can have some like serious messages, but most of the big songs that they've had are going to be fun stuff. Like I listed like, hey, that's a fun song. Did you ever hear the song Roses? That's another one too. It's like, roses really smell like ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, yes.
That's Andre 3000.
I used to sing that.
You
I used to sing that one at work, yes.
Yeah, probably wasn't talking about roses, I bet.
No.
But, all right, the streak continues. Hopefully you will stay with us on this journey. We've got a couple more artists to check out here on Eminem's list, minus Corrupt. Like I said, I wasn't able to find anything of his yet. We will check some of that out in the future. But like that says, hopefully you remember to subscribe to us so you don't miss out on all the fun. And, of course, give us that thumbs up like the back tattoo on Steve-O. And if you like this kind of content. So until we meet again, my friends, for some more of Eminem's List, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you soon.